Hey everyone, I just pulled over to put my gear on, and take a look at this. We have this massive storm coming. There's a tornado warning, severe wind warning right now. We're gonna go look for some floods. Look at this, it's only 4 in the afternoon, but yet it looks like the middle of the night. The sky just got black and it just opened up. Now we have downpours. Hey everyone, we have a flooded street right here. Not too bad yet, because you see all this debris. If I was to leave it, this would get really bad. Yeah. What I'm doing is dragging it back and forth, allowing it to pass through the pipe. I've dealt with this one in the past. It's a 24-inch pipe. It'll flush right through the system. If I just throw it up, chances are the storm surge will just put it back. Yeah, we have some pretty big downpours today. We actually have a tornado warning right now. There's no lightning yet. There's supposed to be a ton. Not yet, not right now. You see that? I just unclogged it. But look at all the junk. It's going to clog it right up again. But anyways, this went down pretty fast. It's pouring right now. So this just leads into the river. The pipe is only, okay, it goes from here across the street. There's another there, it's not clogged. Then in the woods there, just dumps. The pipe is only like less than 50 feet long. But as you can see, wow, it's a giant strike of lightning. Oh, I hear thunder now. Okay. See all the junk? It's clogged up again. Look at this. Okay, if I do find another clogged drain, which I probably will, I'm going to not be holding the camera. I'm just going to set it up, and I'm also going to use just my feet, not the rake. I don't want to be carrying anything metal with me while I'm out in the thunderstorm. And especially the kind of roads I do this on are very woodsy. Chances are it'll hit a tree. Other than me, if I'm not holding anything metallic. Another flood right here. It's actually very humid out today, and I wouldn't really mind being splashed. Look at all this junk here. That kind of stuff I'm not going to send through the pipe. That's like, I'm going to throw that up into the woods in a minute. Wow, it's amazing. Today because right now it's pretty early, it's like 5. It looks like nighttime, but that's only because the storm clouds are just so dark. Today was 85 degrees in this area, so the asphalt was really hot. And as a result, the flood water feels like bath water. It's cool. Okay, this one, not really much of anything here. Go ahead, quickly get that up and out of here. Okay. One more check on this side. That's all set. There's nothing else in the side of the road, because I know the town here does do a lot of street sweeping ever since I started making these videos. And you saw right there wasn't a lot of stuff. But when you have torrential rain, let's look at the rivering on the edge of the curb. If you have rivering like that, it's going to drag every little thing and combine it into a big clog. We have another clog right here. It's not as bad as it could get. It's holding up a little bit. If I don't get it now, it will cause a bigger flood, because we have another big round of rain coming in just a minute. Oh, there's a lot of cigarette butts people throwing out. Now, cigarette butts, yes, they are biodegradable, but the chemicals in it is bad for the environment. Alright everyone, here's another flood. This one's worse. Got about 5 or 6 inches of water here. I didn't even see this one until I hit it. And I will get soaked if somebody comes by right now. But this will drain in like a few minutes. It is not a lot of water. Car. Okay, that guy slowed down. Just like before, it's a lot easier to go back and forth and let it pass. There we go. Got everything off. It's probably going to clog up again because there's a lot of stuff being drawn. The one on the other side of the street's all clear. You see this big slot there for bigger debris? That's not clogged. The town just didn't put it in correctly. It's concreted shut. I tried to dig it out once before. This entire street has that flaw, but we're all done. Hey everyone, today I'm walking along this abandoned section of railroad. Obviously it's been abandoned a really long time for that big tree to grow there. Here's one of their old granite markers. Over here to the left is a train track that still operates. Today I'm walking along this abandoned one to check out a granite box culvert that you can actually see from the roadway. This here is a walking trail running alongside the working track. A lot of mountain bikers use this one. It follows for a while. Now you come up right here and what happened? The train track used to go across right here. There wasn't the bridge. There used to be a culvert. There it is. There must have been a collapse and they just dismantled it, because why would they make a repair on a section of culvert on a abandoned track? They only care about what's underneath their working track. There had to have been some type of collapse here. And it was probably recent. There's no big trees growing on this hill. They removed a lot of dirt because this is at least 20 feet down. We're gonna go check out the inside of this. This one is big enough to walk in very comfortably. I was actually down here a minute ago. I had to go get my hip-high boots. My regular rain boots weren't tall enough to get through here. See the old blast marks? That's probably the reason they usually don't use granite anymore. It takes a really long time to build. They have to put it together in a certain way. But it will outlast concrete by far. You see, they do have concrete filling the cracks. I've seen some really old ones from the 1800s, and they don't even use concrete. The blocks are so big, they just hold themselves together. Now, if we look up inside here, yeah, you see they use those tiny little rocks to fill in the cracks so dirt can't get through, like the ones you see here sticking out. A lot of little flies in here. It's a nice little dark place. Look at that stick just wedged in here, just begging to create a clog. Let that thing flow out. Oh, there we have some wolf spiders. That's a really big wolf spider. Just making sure. I blow on them a little bit just to get them to move. Because those guys, if they get scared, they will jump and probably fall on you. That's what those ones do. This water's getting deeper now, so I gotta watch where I'm going. Sometimes in here you can find fishing spiders. They have really skinny legs, but they can actually be almost the size of your hand. They're really big. They eat small aquatic animals. Pretty slippery in here today. I figure by now we're about underneath the train track. They actually have big panels of rock on the floor. Now that right there is a northern black widow spider. Their bite can be pretty bad. Well, it looks like somebody was in here doing graffiti. You usually don't see that. The spiders usually keep everybody out. Those are black widows. It is very rare when they make a web going across the tunnel because they know a big animal like me would just come by and rip it down, passing through. Because a culvert is very easy for an animal to get underneath the road rather than going over it. This floor is really nice, the brickwork, but it is also really slippery. Tons of these little flies. That's why the spiders love it so much. Even have a bird's nest in here. Look at that. Looks pretty old though. Now right here, look at that big nest. So I went through there. There's no major holes. So I'll be able to run through that pretty quickly after. Very slippery. Wow, those flies are annoying. They're just buzzing around my head. Oh, that's a pretty big black widow. I have yet to see a fishing spider this year. The black widows can survive the winter, but usually the cold weather kills them off. Long culverts stay warm because they're deep in the ground, allowing them to survive all winter. Now the fishing spider, just the females, they can survive a few years. They actually go into hibernation, that type of spider. I don't know if they're out yet. Here's a small bridge, I guess you'd call this. I would not consider this one a culvert. Although it looks like, yeah, it technically is because it has a floor. This is just below the railroad one. This one even has a gauge for the water depth. And it's showing we're now at 1.5. There's even some bird's nest in this one. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that. There's actually a bird in there. What kind of birds are those? Okay, we better leave this alone. You don't want to piss off the mother bird.